Hello. So, where are we? This is my third go at making this particular video because the last two didn't work. So, where are we? The last one was the airbrushing video. So, this one is what I've done since the airbrushing. It is the cockpit. And where are we? Okay, so what have I done? So I've gone over with the brush, basically. The machine gun, I've gone over with the dark iron XF84, and with a little bit of sort of highlights here and there, with a mixture between the chrome silver and the dark iron. We can have a look at the rudder pedals. Now, not so clear, but I've painted those dark iron as well. The straps I've done matte black. The stick, I have, let me just get a pointer. So I've done the base a sort of a tan color, then the next bit up is still the grey, then I've done a chrome silver mixed with dark iron, then black, matte black for the grip, and then again that chrome silver dark iron again for the top there. Now, and then the bucket here. So then I've done those colors basically, and then gone over with a little bit of weathering. So weathering, actually before I get onto that, what did I use for here and why did I do that? The brown or the tan. So the original instructions call for, where are we? You can see here flat black, base and up there. Well, I've done differently. I've done that sort of tan brown. I have done the black up there. The reasoning behind that is, if we go to page 141 of our 109 owner's manual, you'll see here at the base of the stick, brown. Then, well, arguably black, but the grey, sort of silvery metal, black hand grip, and then we've got the top there. So that's where the safety flip switch is on the, so that stop accidental firing. Notice the floor here is all very clean, very immaculate here. Here's the cowling that I've been referring to in previous videos. Now note over here, these two boxes, these are radio and IFF, or identification friend or foe, boxes within the aircraft. Down here we've got the pedals, black straps with essentially that grey, looks like a two-tone grey in here. So you've got, in fact, the top part of the pedal should be a different colour to the bottom part. The top part is the toe press, which activates the brakes either on the right wheel or the left wheel. The pedals move in sort of like they slide in opposite directions, which is what controls the rudder. So basically we've got this lower part here, which is represented in the instructions as this part here, you can see the tread and the tread. So that's pretty much where we are here, if we're looking at it down there. Now notice in the manual it was all nice and crispy clean, but here I've muddied it up a bit. So what colors have I used? So for the base with the tan sort of leather base to the stick, I've used as a base is Desert Yellow XF59, and just to show that I'm not completely biased towards Tamiya, I have used some Vallejo paints, a mud brown, just to do a little bit of the extra sort of two-tone coloration. For this chromy, silvery painting on the stick, I kind of just winged it. I went with sort of 4 parts chrome silver to 1 part dark iron. So what else do we have? We have the weathering. So the weathering, how did I do that? I have pretty much found that the Tamiya panel line accent color, black and brown, has been pretty good, just to put little dabs of that as it accentuates the various contours and the various lines within the cockpit. And then I've gone over that with some of the Vallejo pigments, natural umber in this case, which is a powder. So you just add a little bit of water to that as you work with it. Depending on the amount of water, will vary the consistency from essentially like a paint to fairly chunky. So if we can bring that in there, you can probably see that there are some lumps. So that's really essentially just to give the effect of dirt from the boots of the pilot as he hops in the plane before takeoff. Then we have the bucket seat. Haven't really done a great deal with that, other than essentially just a little bit of the panel line, just to give it a like kind of oiled, used look. A little bit of the chrome mixed with the dark iron, chipped away, little chips there, and some of the brown mud as well, and a little bit of extra chipping here and here, essentially to represent the excess wear from the pilot's legs wearing against the seat. Doesn't look that comfortable, really, to be honest. I would not want to be sitting in that. Some kind of cushion. That's, you kind of really, it does not look like a comfortable seat. But I guess when you're flying in wartime and not really thinking about comfort, I suppose, but still, I suppose that's where the Americans with their P-51 Mustangs had it over the Germans. Those things were like very, very comfortable, as opposed to these, which were functional. The stick, just, so I've mentioned about the rudder pedals. That one slides forward, slides back, controls the rudder, which controls the yaw of the plane, left or right. Toe pressed down will either brake the left wheel or the right wheel, which is used in taxiing. And then, of course, the stick, which is the fire control, where you pull the trigger and fires the cannons. Move the stick to the left or the right is the roll. Forward or back is your pitch, nose up or nose down. Pretty straightforward. So that's pretty much where I'm at with the cockpit. Nothing really has much happened with the other parts that I've airbrushed. Here we have the cowling, which I'll put on, and then I'll weather that a little bit more. And then we have what I'm really looking forward to getting to work on is the instrument panel. So that's the other part, as well as the others that I sprayed earlier on in the previous video that was shown. So I may do a little bit more weathering with this. I may not. I just wanted to get the foundation painting done before I go slapping on other parts, and it gets really tricky to get in the small crevices of this particular part. So anyway, just thought I'd give you a quick update of the latest painting that I've done. And with that said, until next time, goodbye.